All right, first off, Coach, game really only a few days away as you take on a Lord's Saturday. What's going to be the real key to starting off the season the way you want to?
Well, we're playing hard, as you saw. Now, we don't always play as smart as I'd like us to. We had one scrimmage, Glenn, and we played real well in that particular scrimmage. At the same time, we, like everybody in the country, we've got to fine-tune a lot of things. Now, the team coming in to play us is Lord's College out of Sylvania, Ohio. And in all honesty, they're a little better than we hoped they'd be for this first game. They've got a guard, gosh, I forget the kid's name, but he was the starting point guard at Morgan State when they beat Arkansas a year ago, and he's transferred there. They've got a 6'4" kid from Illinois Central Community College who averaged 20 a game. So, you know, we're thinking they're going to be pretty athletic. So are we. We're hoping that defensively we'll put some pressure on them, get some good help side, and be in business because we'll defend so hard.
What have you seen from this group so far that you've liked here as we get ready for the season to start?
Well, you know, our big kid, our big transfer, Rodney Bartholomew, has been as good or better than we ever hoped he'd be. I mean, he's got great hands, he can run, and he's got a chance to be a very good player. Manny Hendricks, another new kid, can really score the ball, as you just saw. Lamar Lee has been out with I believe it's a stress fracture of some type. I forget all that. But Lamar has just started practicing again. We're trying to determine whether and when or whether we can use him. And then of our old guys, Clyde McKinney has been very, very consistent. He was here 2 years ago, I believe it was, when they went to the national tournament. And it was 2 or 3 years ago, I forget which, and then sat out last year, had come back to us, and Anthony Johnson has played very, very well in practice. Hicks is a defensive force every day. If we can get James to do a little better job finishing offensively, you know, we've got 5 or 6, you know, pretty good players. We've probably got 9 or 10 kids who are athletic enough to put a lot of pressure on people defensively.
When you take a look at, as a whole, this team, it seems like defense is kind of the staple out here. A lot of effort, a lot of good defense.
Well, you know, the effort was good today, and in fact, our second group probably gave better effort than our first group today. And usually that group that was in white goes after you pretty hard. But, you know, they're trying. You know, times we make mistakes with our stances, we don't get our help there in time, or we overhelp. You know, a lot of little things we're doing that we're going to fine-tune before we play. And that probably has been our staple. That being said, offensively, we've got to get better timing to be able to execute, and I think that's right now the biggest bugaboo. And that, you know, we're trying to take 15 guys with a new coach and get them a totally opposite system of what they're doing a year ago.
And how is that process going? I know it's a long process, but these guys seem to be picking up on it.
Truthful. It's aggravating some days. It's uplifting other days. I think we're kind of like the analogy of a group that bumps its head, and then we bump our head again, and then finally we start to peek through. So, you know, it's like everything we do, it seems to take a little longer than I'd like it to get there, but I do think we've accomplished quite a bit. I do think we're getting better. I think they're playing more disciplined, and if they'll do that, we can have a good team here.